the Sony A7R VI, a beast that's rumored to redefine high-resolution photography forever. And today we're diving deep into the leaks, the specs, the rumors that have the entire photography world buzzing. Stick around because by the end of this, you'll know exactly why this could be the camera that changes everything. And trust me, you won't want to miss a single detail that could transform your shots. Let's start by setting the stage. Sony's A7R series has always been the king of resolution. Remember the A7R II back in 2015? It shook the industry with its 42-megapixel sensor, making full-frame mirrorless accessible to pros and enthusiasts alike. Then came the A7R III, bumping it to 42MP with better autofocus and battery life. The A7R IV pushed boundaries to 61MP, introducing pixel shift for insane detail. And the A7R VI, that 2022 powerhouse with 61MP, AI autofocus and 8-stop IBIS. It's still a favorite for landscape and studio shooters. But now, whispers from insiders, leaked documents, and beta testers point to the A7R VI arriving in 2026. And it's not just an upgrade, it's a revolution. Why? Because Sony isn't playing catch-up. They're leaping ahead, potentially making medium-format cameras obsolete for most users. Intrigued? Good, because we're just getting started. First off, the heart of any camera, the sensor. Leaks suggest the A7R VI will pack an 80-megapixel full-frame stacked CMOS sensor. That's right, 80MP. Compare that to the A7R VI 61MP, and you're looking at a 30% jump in resolution. What does that mean for you? Prints the size of billboards without losing a pixel of sharpness. Cropping into images like never before, zoom in on a group portrait and still have enough detail for individual headshots. But it's not just megapixels. The sensor is stacked, meaning faster readout speeds to minimize rolling shutter in video and bursts. Sources like Photo Rumors and Sony Alpha Rumors are all over this, claiming it could even hit 92MP or 102MP in some prototypes. But the consensus is 80MP for the final model. Imagine editing a photo where the dynamic range hits 16 plus stops. Shadows you can pull back without noise, highlights that don't blow out. That's the kind of power that lets you shoot in harsh midday sun or dimly lit studios and still get gallery-worthy results. But hold on, because the processor is what makes the sensor sing. Enter the Bion's XR2 processor, a next-gen beast that's rumored to be twice as fast as the XR in the A7R VI. This isn't just about speed, it's about intelligence. Paired with AI-driven enhancements, it handles everything from noise reduction to subject recognition with eerie precision. Think about it. You're photographing a wedding, and the camera locks onto the bride's face amid a crowd, tracking her even as she turns away or moves quickly. Leaks mention expanded AI subject detection now including insects, birds in flight, and even vehicles at high speeds. Over 30 categories, they say. And autofocus, 627 phase detection points covering 94% of the frame, with real-time IAF that's supposedly flawless in low light down to -6 electron volts. But what really gets me excited is the burst shooting. 30 frames per second in 14-bit RAW. Yes, you heard that. 30 frames per second continuous with full AE and AF tracking at 60 frames per second. That's sports photography level speed in a high-res body. Pre-capture RAW? Check. 16-frame high-res composite for 320MP effective shots? Absolutely. And up to 32-frame noise-reduced composites for astrophotography that rivals dedicated setups. If you're a wildlife shooter, this means never missing the perfect moment. A lion's pounce, a hummingbird's hover, all in uncompressed glory. Now, let's talk stabilization because shaky hands or windy conditions shouldn't ruin your masterpiece. The A7R VI is said to feature 8.5 stops of in-body image stabilization, half a stop better than the VI. Pair that with Euro data for post-processing in software like Catalyst Browse, and your handheld shots at slow shutters will look tripod steady. Imagine hiking to a remote viewpoint, no heavy gear, just popping off a quarter-second exposures that are pin-sharp. And for video creators, oh, this is where it gets juicy. Full-frame 10.9K oversampled 8K at 30p, meaning downsampled from a higher residential for cleaner footage without aliasing. APS-C mode gives 7.1K oversampled 4K at 60p, and even pixel bin 4K at 120p for slow ML magic. 10-bit color S-Log3 HLG, all the pro codecs you need for color grading. Leaks from daily camera news hint at no overheating issues thanks to better heat dissipation.